There's a fundamental shift happening right now, and it's completely reshaping the structure of our organizations. This isn't some trend on the horizon. It's here. And to navigate it, you're going to need a whole new playbook. Today, we're breaking down how to lead horizontally in a world that is going flat, fast.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll define what this massive shift, the Great Flattening, actually is. Then we have to talk about the very real dangers of getting it wrong. And from there, we'll build a new playbook, one that redefines growth, reimagines what leadership looks like, and helps you turn this disruption into a real strategic advantage.
All right, let's dive right in. We're starting with a pretty provocative truth. The corporate ladder, that symbol of ambition we've all known for generations, is effectively obsolete.
And I don't mean it's just got a few cracks. In many organizations, it's collapsing entirely. For decades, the promise was a steady, predictable climb to the top. That was the bedrock of a career. Well, right now, that bedrock is crumbling.
This is what we're calling the Great Flattening. And the thing you've got to understand is that this is not some temporary belt-tightening measure. This is a deep structural evolution in how modern companies have to be designed if they want to operate, compete, and ultimately win.
So what's driving this? Well, it's really a perfect storm of three powerful forces all converging at once. You've got economic pressure that demands leaner, more efficient structures. At the same time, AI and automation are starting to handle the very tasks that used to justify having all those layers of managers. And this is all happening in a marketplace that absolutely punishes slowness, making agility just non-negotiable. And if you're thinking this is something that's still a few years out, think again. The data shows that almost half of all companies have already started this process. So really, this changes the question from if your organization will flatten to how you are going to lead through it when it happens.
Okay, now for section 2, and this is critical, because while this shift might be inevitable, just treating it as a simple cost-cutting exercise, well, that's a strategic blunder with some really severe consequences. It's a recipe for disaster.
And you don't have to look far for proof. Even the most sophisticated tech giants on the planet are struggling with this. I mean, when companies like Meta, Google, and Amazon find this transition painful, it's a huge signal of a universal challenge. It proves that just yanking rungs out of the ladder can make the whole structure dangerously unstable. When you start delayering without a real plan, you expose three core fragilities. First, information flow just breaks down, slowing everything to a crawl. Next, your best people get stretched to the breaking point with these massive, unmanageable spans of control. And finally, your culture becomes incredibly brittle, where one bad leader's behavior can poison the well faster than ever before.
And this chart, this really gets to the heart of the problem. You see that? Over 70% of these efforts are aimed at middle management. We're not just talking about a layer of people, we're talking about the connective tissue of the organization, the part that translates strategy into action. It's like we're trying to improve performance by removing the central nervous system.
So, okay, the old model is broken. The quick fix is actually dangerous. So, what's the solution? Well, it all starts with completely redefining what career growth even means. We have to shift our thinking from ladders to lattices.
We have to fundamentally change how we see a career path. The old way was a vertical climb, all focused on getting the next promotion, the next title. The new path is all about horizontal breadth. The focus shifts to gaining a broader scope and new skills. The value isn't just in positional authority anymore, it's in cross-functional experience. And the goal? It's no longer just about reaching the top, it's about building versatility and influence across the entire business.
And the value you get from this new path is just immense. It develops leaders who are systems thinkers, who can see how all the pieces of the enterprise fit together. It creates people who are masters of stakeholder management. And maybe most importantly, it forges adaptability and resilience. Frankly, the two most critical traits for navigating constant change.
So, this new career lattice, it obviously demands a new kind of leader. A leader who comes equipped with a totally different playbook. One designed for trading that old-school formal authority for genuine, hard-won influence.
To actually execute on this, it really comes down to 4 essential shifts. First, leaders have to lead through influence, not just authority. That influence is what allows them to manage a broader scope across complex matrix teams. To pull that off, they have to master new core skills, like building credibility and making decisions when they don't have total control. And ultimately, all of this lets them redefine their value, so that growth is measured by their impact, not by their last promotion.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Positional power, the power that comes from your title, is finite. It's fragile. But relational capital, that's the trust, the credibility, and the respect you earn from your peers. In a horizontal world, that's the currency that really matters. It's what gets things done when you can't just give an order.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. Now, let's get really practical. Let's translate this theory into some immediate strategic actions that you can take to turn all this disruption into a real competitive advantage.
Here's a 4-point action plan. First, you have to reframe lateral moves. They aren't stalled careers. They are powerful opportunities to build new skills. Second, treat every single cross-functional project like a leadership development lab, a place to test and grow these new capabilities in real time. Third, you've got to implement 360-degree feedback so you can actually track what matters now, influence and collaboration. And finally, invest heavily in developing peer coaching and systems thinking. These are the absolute foundational skills for horizontal leadership.
This transition isn't a distant possibility anymore. It is happening right now. The very structures that defined business for the last century are dissolving as we speak. So the only question that really remains is the one on your screen. Your hierarchy is disappearing. Is your leadership ready for what comes next?